Hello everyone, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to Ultimate General Civil War. This is part 28 of our Let's Play series, playing the Grand Campaign as the Confederacy in this game. And this is actually part 2 of the Battle of Fredericksburg. In part 1, we successfully held off Union attacks against the town of Fredericksburg. However, because the game says so, we've been compelled to withdraw out of the town and give up possession of it. In this video, we will begin with the Union advance against Confederate positions on the far right flank. This is historically where General George Gordon Meade's division found a gap in the Confederate lines and pushed back several Confederate forces in great disarray into some distress to the Confederate command. And if it had been properly supported, it may have allowed for much more success to occur at the Battle of Fredericksburg than did historically. However, the wing commander, who I believe was Franklin, did not properly support the attack. There were two Union divisions that participated, and the Confederates quickly sort of recovered their balance and threw the Union back when they did not receive sufficient reinforcements. The end result was that the main effort then shifted north to Marye's Heights, where the Union launched futile attack after futile attack against Confederates dug in behind stone walls. But that's not for this video. This video is looking at the attack on the Confederate left, and given that we already outnumber the Union, I believe outnumber, or at least are very close to parity with Union forces in this particular battle, thanks to previous battles in this campaign going very strongly in our favor, I may decide to launch a flanking attack against the Union attackers and try and drive them from the field. But we'll see how that all plays out over the next 20 minutes or so, and I'm going to go ahead and sit back. This was taken from a live stream from a week or two ago, so I'm going to go ahead and sit back, allow you guys to enjoy the video, and certainly leave your thoughts here, and I'll catch up with you guys at the end. Alright, we'll retake that observation point with these skirmishers. And here they come. That is not very many troops. That's really all they have. I'm going to advance these guys right away. We're going to start the counterattack with all the time left in the battle. There's only a handful of troops out there. I don't know why their artillery just walked right up to our line. Got mowed down. I'm going to move these guys over here too. There's no way they're going to beat us like this. I'm going to try and crush them. I want to try and sweep them from the map. Okay. Well, I think this is also worth remembering. Yeah, maybe the game they don't attack, even though you'd like them to, but frankly, historically, they really didn't. They had two divisions, I think it was, that attacked into a gap in the Confederate line. But if they really had pushed here, Jackson's line was a little bit vulnerable, and they really didn't go to try and exploit it. But if they're just going to sit out there in a long line like that, then we can easily crush them. We can get a field of blue bodies. For sure. Alright, we're going to use our cavalry herd to ride forward here and destroy this artillery in the rear, now that these infantry are moving forward. Rogers' brigade, I believe, is probably shattered with all those casualties, so we'll go ahead and advance. Bring these troops up as well. Looks like they are advancing with these three brigades here. There are enemy infantry coming up here. Probably ill-advised to launch my cavalry forward in a charge. We're gonna get enemy infantry here firing into them pretty good here. We've also got enemy artillery firing into them. Yeah. Just want to destroy that battery. Uh-oh. I was hoping they'd get it done before another volley was fired. I was wrong. Yep, brigade's out of our control. They did destroy the enemy battery, though. But at what cost? Alright, Vaughn lost almost half their troops. I think the Union general's dead. Well, no, Reynolds is over here. The enemy does have quite a few troops here, though, so it won't be quite as easy as I had hoped to sweep them from the field. We're going to keep up the advance. Bring this artillery forward. These skirmishers don't need to be back here anymore, I don't think. Bring our wagon forward a little bit. How many men did we lose? 230? That really wasn't worth the cost, I don't think. He's taking he's taking Philip Phelps' volleys, but he can't shoot back. That makes no sense. Enemy supply wagons. Well, it's going to be a lot of dead Yankees. There are going to be some dead Confederates in here, too. Alright, they've got 3 brigades on our right flank. Bring Stockton up here. Also move our artillery that we're bringing forward up here as well. Bring these guys in the open field. I was hoping to catch these Federals in a bit of a salient, but it seemed to quite have worked out that way. Flank the attackers, flanked by the attackers. Yep, that's about what's happening. Fitzhugh's pulling back. We'll bring Morton up here in these woods. Oh, wait. Did we lose our general? Oh no, he's way back there. Robert E. Lee, where are you? Hiding! Hiding, folks! No desire to fight here today. Well, you're going to get to see your field of dead blue coats here in the open field. You're also going to see a lot of dead gray coats. Not really what I was hoping for, but hey. Doles is actually being pressed pretty hard there on the flank. Who's charging who? Someone. Major General Jeb Stuart is wounded. Jebby Poo. Not old Jeb. Alright, well, I guess today I'm gonna live up to my moniker of the Butcher. Alright, where did that brigade that fell back go? You guys have had some time to rally, right? Yeah, you're up to 70%. Alright, so we've driven back some Federals. It's time to advance. Brigades here were driven back. Doles' brigade still covering the flank. Halt and shoot. Nice, some canister fire from 2 batteries into Sinclair's brigade. Volley from Standard. Alright, Otis did get shoved back a bit. Alright, so it looks like we stopped that flanking effort. Artillery forward a bit. Trying to do a Napoleon where we use our artillery. Oh shit, Standard, what are you? Don't run away. Trying to do a little bit of Napoleon where you bring the artillery up for close and infantry support. Of course, that also gets your artillery shot to pieces. Alright, we're making an effort over here. Stockton, why are you like way up far all by yourself? Flank exposed and everything. Why don't you charge Pratt? At least distract him a bit from firing into Stockton's flank. Stockton's skirmishers at least ate some bullets. Wasn't exactly what I wanted him to do. Okay. The open field fight at Fredericksburg that never was. But what if it was? Next time, on the historical gamer Butchers and Army. Okay, so we broke their left. The cavalry on the right is driving Pratt back, so that's nice. Look at how effective they are in melee combat. You can see they've already caught back and inflicted more casualties than they've received. So they're driving north here. That's forcing Raleigh to turn his brigade north, which means Stockton retreating means less. You head back to Stockton. Whitting is charging Walker. And is evaporating. There you go. I love those kind of melees where you just utterly trounce them. So I guess they had a lot more troops here than I thought. Oh, Doles was driven back. Wow. Alright, well why don't you go back into your position now that your morale is 95%. And why don't you do it on the double? Granted, there's cavalry that's already more or less behind your line, but why don't you try it anyway? Alright, Stockton, now you can advance on the flank there. Vaughn is still trying to finish off this brigade all by himself up there. I'll let him keep trying. Doles is retreating again. Okay, now the flankers can become the flankers again as we try and crush Bali. Keep advancing these troops. Doles, just... flank is in some trouble over here. But overall, I think we're doing a pretty good job of rolling these guys up. What's our cav doing back there? Alright, they destroyed that enemy infantry. So Vaughn has now inflicted more than 2-to-1 casualties with his horsemen. Those Lamont horsemen are pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. How's he flanked? Where's he getting hit from? Maybe Meredith? Maybe? Where are you, R.E. Lee? Get over there. Give those guys some morale support, I think. Walker, Doles, Christ, all dealing with these federal troops that did break our line on the left a bit. Alright. We've got 1 hour left. I don't think we're going to rout all of them from the field, but certainly have given them a bloody reckoning, I think. I think we're setting ourselves up nicely for the later phases in the battle, and everything kind of becomes a shit show. And you can do whatever you want, basically. Crest, you're going to turn. Morton's retreating, so you're going to turn and face him. You guys already drove back Phelps' brigade, so now you just got to drive back Cake's brigade. It'll be a cake. Alright. Oh no, they got in behind us. God damn. Probably their cavalry. Probably. We'll pull one brigade back. I'm hoping that's sufficient. It'd be so stupid to lose a battle that way. Alright, you run that way. And get our cavalry back there, but they're so far on the other side of the battlefield, I don't think there's any chance. Yeah, don't do that, Vaughn. Just kidding. Run away, Vaughn. Go for these guys. Hey, we captured their supplies. I'll go after that artillery in the woods there. You guys gonna get there in time? It's still really stupid that we've driven their entire line back, and because a handful of enemy cavalry might, you know, get behind us, we might lose the battle. Like, that's just dumb. That's dumb. Butcher's Tinder profile now not as good. I suppose not. So they must have been horsemen. They must have already moved out. Because we've got the observation point and I don't see any enemy troops. Alright, well, we didn't lose yet. I guess we'll probably get a chance to go back there. Alright, everybody, that's going to do it for this second part of the Battle of Fredericksburg. We've successfully held the town, then we fell back. We then successfully have held the right flank, counterattacked the Union forces, driven them back on their supports, and only some Yankee cavalry sneaking in behind our lines have made our life a little bit difficult, a little bit frustrating, as I'm sure you can hear in my voice. With that being said, though, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. You can see here the battlefield is starting to shift back north. We're going to be going up to Mary's Heights here in the next phase of the battle as we roll this fight on toward the conclusion. Those historical attacks against the Stonewall and my own aggressive attempts to thwart them will be in our next video. I know these last couple have been shorter, but that's mainly just because these have been good natural stopping points for the videos. With that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed the series as always, and until next time, guys, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you for watching, and I'm out.